All right, and we are set to go here in the second half here on HSSPORTSLIVE.NET. A 7-7 tie between these Sangamon Valley rivals, the St. Joseph-Ogden Spartans and the Champaign St. Thomas More Sabres. As we told you at the top of the broadcast, these two teams are facing off for the last time as Sangamon Valley teams, but next year they are both moving to the Okaw Valley Conference. They will join Tolono Unity, Maroa Forsyth, Monticello, and Rantoul, so they'll face off as Okaw Valley teams next year, keeping the rivalry alive, I should say. There's Parker on the return. He's hit hard, just short of the 30 and driven back by 3 or 4 Spartans. So that's where St. Thomas More will start their opening drive. First down and 10, ball marked right at the 30-yard line. And we are geared up here on HSSPORTSLIVE.NET for an exciting second half between these two opponents, tied at 7 here. St. Thomas More now, Storm Jupe with Parker in the backfield as they get ready to start their first drive of the second half. Again, I am Chris Foster, Taylor Dorsey on camera for me here in the third quarter. We're very delighted to bring you this broadcast here in week 6 of the Illinois high school football season, our 6th live broadcast here on HSSPORTSLIVE.NET. Jupe pitches it to the outside to Parker, and he stood up, nowhere for him to go. He's brought down by 3 or 4 Spartans there. Number 60 for St. Joe, the lead man in front of the pack, that's Jordan Hartman. So Parker loses 2 yards on the play. So that'll make it second down and 12 for the Sabres. Looks like Jupe's going to be in the shotgun this time, still with Parker with him beside him in the backfield. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side, so a 4-receiver set. They're trying to spread the field here. Nowhere for Jupe to throw. He's going to try to run with it, and then he unleashes the ball, and it's caught at the 30-yard line. Only a gain of a couple, but better than a loss of yardage. It's a good job for Jupe to even get rid of it. That's caught by Joshua Stringer. And that'll make it third down and 10 for the Sabres. Jupe in the shotgun again. Looking to receive the snap. He's looking to throw. He's got a blocking fullback in, and he's going to be brought down by the Spartans. 2 defenders there this time for St. Joe. One of them we've called several times tonight, Jake Ron, as he's been in the backfield a lot this evening, and Wyatt Sage, the other Spartan, able to get in there and bring down Storm Jupe for the sack. So 4th and 20 for the Sabres, so negative 10 yards for St. Thomas More on their opening drive of the second half. Surely not how they wanted to start things out. So they lose 10 yards, and it's 4th and 20 as their Storm Jupe is now back to punt. A breezy night here at Champaign St. Thomas More, and it's wreaked havoc with some punts. He gets this one up in the air, and it hits down at the 45, bounces forward, and it's going to be down at the 44, 43-yard line. St. Joseph-Ogden really has to be careful during those punts, as they had one nearly go off them in the first quarter, and then they did have one go off their foot in the second quarter, and that set up the 23-yard touchdown run for Josh Parker of the Sabres, and that's how St. Thomas More got this score tied, as they recovered the punt that went off the leg of the Spartan special teams player, and that set them up to tie the ball game. So here we are, 7-7, 9:39 on the clock, and they're going to start off with Hedrick, and he's got room to run to the outside, and then he's swung down, picks up about 5 yards. Hedrick had 102 yards rushing in the first half, and he picks up 5 more on that carry. So second down and 5 for the Spartans. Hedrick in the backfield. Walsh under center. They also have an I formation setup here. They give it to Hedrick, and he's brought down and hit hard. He's hit hard there by number 59 for St. Thomas More. That's Chase Kangas. We talked about him before the game, the area's leading tackler. We've called his name several times tonight too, and he got through that line and put a hard hit on Hedrick, and he gains no yards on the play. 3rd down and 5 now for the Spartans as they line up again in the I formation. Walsh under center, Hedrick in the backfield. Number 25, Connor Janes, the fullback. Walsh looking to throw a pump fake, and then he completes it to the outside, but I'm not sure if he has enough for the first down. That's complete to Hunter Hart. He may be just a little bit short. We'll see where they mark it. That's the 3rd catch of the night for Hart. He's got 2 catches for 18 yards. That makes 3 catches for 23 yards on that play for Hart now tonight. It looks like it's going to be inches. So it looks like it's going to be 4th and inches for the Spartans here on a key moment here early in the 3rd quarter, right across midfield. A stop would be big for St. Thomas More, and a first down would be big also for the Spartans as they could continue this drive. 4th down and inches here. Ball marked officially at the 47-yard line of St. Thomas More. This game is tied at 7 as we're approaching 8 minutes left to go here in the 3rd quarter. St. Thomas More was unable to gain any yardage. As a matter of fact, they lost 10 yards on their opening drive here in the second half. Now the Spartans with their first drive, they give it to Hedrick. He's got the first down, and Moore breaks several tackles and still plowing forward, and it's brought down at the 30-yard line. So a nice carry there of 16 yards. 16, 17 yards on the carry for Hedrick. A big first down for the Spartans, and they will continue this drive. They're going to give it to Hedrick again, and he finds a little bit of room there on the far side, and he's brought down at the 26, gain of 4. Kangas again in on the tackle for the Sabres. 2nd down and 6 for the Spartans. Here, midway through the 3rd quarter, this game tied at 7. Under center is Walsh. Ooh, no, it's a different quarterback now. I apologize for that. But Hedrick gets to the outside. He's going to score, but a flag comes in. And it could be a holding penalty on the Spartans yet again. Yet again. They've had several big penalties that have taken some plays away from the St. Joe tonight. He was going in for the touchdown. Would have been a 26-yard touchdown run. But there is a flag, and we're waiting for the signal from the referee here. And it looks like it's going to be on the Spartans. They had a different quarterback in on that play. That would be his number 11, Eli Oltian. Eli was the quarterback for several games this season as Walsh was injured and was out for a couple games. Walsh has been in for the most part tonight, but Eli came in for that play. But now 2nd down and 5 again for the Spartans. They give it to the running back again, Hedrick. Picks up about 3 or 4 yards. And that's going to be a 3rd down. And we'll see where they mark it here. Looks like he picked up about 2 yards. So it's going to be 3rd down and 3 for the Spartans. Hedrick now 129 yards rushing. Austin Hedrick, the senior running back for the Spartans. 129 on the ground so far here tonight. 3rd down and 2. And they're going to give it to Hedrick again, and he goes up the middle and makes a move, and he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. As the St. Joe offensive line created a huge hole on that play. Hedrick ran right up the middle, converts the 3rd down. He gets all the way inside the 10 as he picked up 10 more yards. As we approach the midway point of the 3rd quarter here, 6 minutes showing on the clock. The give is to Hedrick. He finds some room to the outside. He's at the 6, the 5, still fighting forward. He's going to be knocked out of bounds. No, they're saying it's a touchdown. He got in the end zone as he reached for that pylon, and he got in. So a 10-yard touchdown run for Austin Hedrick, giving him 149 yards rushing on this evening and 2 touchdown runs as well. That one from 10 yards out. And St. Joe is on the scoreboard, and they lead this game 13-7 as we've got 5:56 showing on the clock here in the 3rd quarter. St. Joe able to take their first drive here in the 2nd half and turn it into a touchdown. It's number 10 now in to hold for the Spartans. That's Jake Pence as they're on to kick the extra point. That's Orion Ciota in to kick it in. He kicked the first one in the 1st quarter for the Spartans, and this one is right down central. And that makes it 14-7 in favor of St. Joe. We're going to take a quick break here. Thank you for joining us on this game here on HSSPORTSLIVE.NET. We'll be right back with more 3rd quarter action. We are back here in Champaign. St. Joseph-Ogden, their first drive of the 2nd half here, goes into the end zone. 10-yard touchdown run by Austin Hedrick. It's 14-7 now in favor of the Spartans as they kick off here to the Sabres, but a nice-looking return here. That's number 8, Mike Plecky, on the return all the way up to the 40-yard line. So good field position here for the Sabres to start the 2nd half. Not to start the 2nd half, to start their 2nd drive of the 2nd half, as they look to respond to St. Joseph scoring drive. 5:48 shows on our clock here in the 3rd quarter, 14-7 in favor of the Spartans. The Sabres trying to bring a victory home here tonight for their fans here on homecoming night. Storm Jupe in at quarterback, I formation. Parker in the backfield, and he's going to be met immediately at the line of scrimmage. Not much room there on that play. No gain on the play for Parker. Maybe a yard. As we've told you before several times, Parker, the 3rd leading rusher in the area coming into tonight. He had 799 yards rushing coming in tonight. He's got 63 on the ground so far tonight. That's unofficial, of course. That includes a 23-yard touchdown run for the Sabres. That was in the 2nd quarter. In the shotgun now is Jupe. He's looking for a wide receiver screen. Nothing doing. Now he's going to look to scramble, and he gets a couple of yards out of it. So a couple of yards gained right there by Jupe. And that'll make it 3rd down and a long 8. .440 showing on the clock here as we're ticking towards the end of the 3rd quarter here. 14-7 in favor of St. Joseph-Ogden. St. Thomas More trying to convert on a huge 3rd down play right here. Jupe in the shotgun, awaiting the snap. He's rolling here to the near side, looking to throw. He's got a blocker in front. He's looking deep down the field. He's wide open, and it is caught by number 5, and he is going to be brought down at the 22-yard line. That is Sean Sullivan on the reception. Sullivan is a 5'10", 170-pound running back, able to get open in the middle of the field for the Sabres. A huge reception. And it's 1st down and 10 for St. Thomas More at the 21-yard line. 29-yard reception for Sullivan. Jupe now again in the shotgun. 1st and 10, ball at the 21. He rolls out again looking to throw. He's looking for Plecky, and he finds him at the 11-yard line. Looks like a mark it at the 12, so that's 9 yards on the reception for Plecky. So 2nd down and 1, ball at the 12 for the Sabres. They're looking to go in for a tying score here. So we've got 3 minutes and 15 seconds here on the clock here in the 3rd quarter in Champaign. 14-7 in favor of the Spartans right now, but Champaign St. Thomas More looking to tie it. They go to the air again, looking for Plecky for a 2nd time, but he just threw it a little bit too far, and Plecky was unable to bring it in. So that'll be 3rd down and 1 now for the Sabres. Ball just outside the 10-yard line at the 12. St. Thomas More looking to come up with a huge score here to tie this ball game up as Josh Parker, the freshman running back, comes back in. And it looks like Jupe's going to go under center this time. We've got an I formation with Casbergen at the fullback. Jupe ready to take the snap. 3rd down and 1. The give is to Parker, and he's going to pick up a yard and more, and he's going to burst through the outside, and that's a touchdown. Touchdown for Parker, a 12-yard touchdown dash. Looked like he was going to be stopped for a short gain, but Parker able to break it to the outside, and now he's got a 12-yard touchdown run to go with his 23-yard touchdown run. 75 yards now on the ground and 2 scores for Parker, as it's really for the most part been about Austin Hedrick, as he's got 149 on the ground and 2 scores, and Parker now has 75 on the ground and 2 scores. Now we have Freeman in looking to tie the score up with the PAT, and it is good. And with 3 minutes and 7 seconds showing on the clock here in Champaign, St. Thomas More 14, St. Joseph-Ogden 14. You're watching Friday Night Football here live, streaming live here on HSSPORTSLIVE.NET. I am Chris Foster, and we'll be back in 30 seconds. We're back here in Champaign. An exciting matchup has not let us down here. as we are tied at 14 with 3 minutes and 7 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. St. Joseph-Ogden was able to score on their first drive of the second half here after St. Thomas More went 3 and out. But St. Thomas More responded with a score of their own. It's been a battle of the running backs, Austin Hedrick for the Spartans and Josh Parker for the Sabres. And it's tied at 14 here as Dennis Freeman kicks it deep to Orion Ciata, number 21 for the Spartans. He's at the 15, where he's going to be brought down by a horde of Sabres. And they're going to start off about the 15-yard line. So a great job by the special teams coverage of St. Thomas More. And St. Joseph-Ogden's going to start this drive at the 15-yard line. Now, the worst field position they've had here all night. See if I can give you a few more scores here. Looks like Muhammad Seymour leads Olympia 14-6. That's at the end of the third period. Monticello now leads Sullivan 27-7. This one's taken up the middle for a short gain. Hedrick again on the carry for the Spartans. And he's going to get it. It's like they're going to give him about 4 yards on that carry. So we got a 2nd down and 6 for St. Joe. Walsh under center. I formation. The give is to Hedrick. He's looking to that side that's been successful all night, and he's got room. They've been doing a very good job of running to that far side of the Sabre defense. As he picks up about 10 more yards on that play. So 1st and 10 now, ball at the 32-yard line for the Spartans. We are tied at 14 with 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. There's the give to Hedrick. He's got room on that side again. Oh, the ball might have come loose. St. Thomas More thinks so. We'll have to see what happens and who came up with it. We're waiting for a signal here as the run was to that far side again. Looks like it was recovered by the Spartans. They're going to say 6 yards on the carry, and that's a 2nd down and 4 now for the Spartans. As a breeze picking up here in the above the press box, so that could be playing a factor later tonight if we have any type of issues with the kicking game. As Hedrick tries to come to the near side this time. Unable to find any room there, so that's going to make a big 3rd down play now. So we've got a 3rd and 3. A minute 25 showing on the clock here in the third quarter. We are tied at 14, and this is a huge play in this ball game. The STM defense looking to put a stop here, make a stop here, get the Spartans off the field and get their offense back on the field. 3rd down and 3. Under center is Dalton Walsh. He gives it to Hedrick. Hedrick plows forward, and he's got the 1st down. So he makes it to about the 45, the 44. He only needed the 42, and he got 2 yards past that. So a 4th and 3, but he picks up 5. A 1st down for St. Joseph-Ogden. As the clock ticks under a minute here in the third quarter. 1st and 10, ball at the 44. I formation for the Spartans. They've got Hedrick, Walsh under center. He's looking to throw, though, and he's looking deep down that far side. He's got a man open. Did he make the catch? They're going to say yes. A nice catch there for the Spartans. A gain of 23 yards as number 9, Hunter Hart, was able to tap dance down there on the sideline and keep his feet in bounds. And it's a 23-yard reception for Hart. That's his 4th catch on the night for 46 yards. And now the Spartans are in business, first and 10 at the 33, and they go back to Hedrick. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of maybe 1.
Hedrick, the ball carrier, brought down for no gain by Kerner.
Josh Kerner on the tackle for the Sabres, and that's going to be the last play of the 3rd quarter. As St. Joseph-Ogden is on the move, they'll have a 2nd down and 10 at the Sabre 33-yard line when we come back here. So come back for the exciting 4th quarter here on HSSPORTSLIVE.NET. I am Chris Foster. Our score is tied, STM 14, SJO 14. We'll be back in 30 seconds. All right, we are back here on HSSPORTSLIVE.NET, our 6th live broadcast of the season, week 6 of the Illinois high school football season. And we've got a great ball game here at Champaign St. Thomas More at Henneman Field. 14-all as St. Joseph-Ogden is lined up for a 2nd down and 10 at the 33, and Hedrick finds no room this time as he gets maybe a yard. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down and long for the Spartans. 3rd down and 8. That's an unofficial 176 yards on the ground tonight for Hedrick. 3rd down and 8. A huge play right here. Probably in a position where they would think about going for it as they're kind of in no man's land. A punt won't do them a whole lot of good. They could try to pin them back. But essentially, you're probably thinking you possibly have 2 plays here to pick up 8 yards. We got Walsh in the shotgun this time. He's looking to throw. He's got a man open to the far side. Number 9 is open. He makes the catch. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 5-yard line. That's the 2nd consecutive nice catch along the sideline for Hunter Hart. That one's going to go for 26 yards. He had a 23-yard reception just moments ago. That one for 26. That gives him 5 catches for 72 yards on the evening. And that sets up St. Joseph-Ogden 1st and goal to go at the 5-yard line. 11 minutes and 4 seconds showing on the game clock here in the 4th quarter. They're going to give it to Hedrick, and he's met at the line of scrimmage and brought down. No room on that play. Josh Kerner looked to be the man who first made contact. They're going to give him a yard. 2nd and goal to go from the 4 for the Spartans. Two big catches for Hunter Hart on this drive, a 23-yard reception and a 26-yard reception. Walsh now under center, I formation for the Spartans. They give it to Hedrick. He tries to find the corner. He's got it, and he is going to score. Touchdown, St. Joseph-Ogden. And that makes it 20-14 as Hedrick turned that corner and fought hard for the last yard and got in the end zone. And it looks like we may have a player down as there was quite a collision there at the goal line. It's a Spartan, I believe, that's down, so we'll wait to see what we can find out. The touchdown run by Hedrick of 4 yards makes it 20-14. He turned the corner and went into the end zone, and there's quite a collision there. And I believe that might be Hedrick, the ball carrier that they're trying to help off the field here. I'll try to let you know when we for sure see that number, but I think I saw that was possibly a 22 there. Nonetheless, the score is 20-14 now. As Hedrick, I believe that is Hedrick, as he's trying to walk it off himself now. He's got 181 yards on the ground rushing now, and that's his third score of the evening. And now Orion Ciota, in to try to kick his third extra point of the night for St. Joe. The kick is up, and it is good as Storm Jupe got good pressure for the Sabres, but he just couldn't quite get his hands on it. And it's 21-14 with 10:25 left to play here in Champaign. St. Joe went up with their opening drive of the second half, and St. Thomas More responded with the score of their own. Let's see if they can do the same here in the fourth quarter, as St. Joe has scored here to make it 21-14 with 10:25 to go. We'll be right back with 30 seconds here on HSSPORTSLIVE.NET. We're back here in Champaign. An exciting contest here as we've got 10:25 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Sangamon Valley rivals, St. Joseph-Ogden and St. Thomas More. St. Joe leading STM 21-14 as they just scored their third touchdown of the night. And they're getting ready to kick off to the Sabres as Josh Parker there ready to receive it. And he's looking for some room to run. He's at the 20, the 25, the 30, he makes a move, the 35, the 40 makes another move, and he's going to plow forward and be brought down at midfield. A very nice return there by Parker, and the crowd here loves it. A homecoming proud crowd here at STM, hoping for a comeback victory here by the Sabres. We've got 10:15 showing on the clock, so plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. It was 7-7 at halftime. Not first time, halftime. It was 7-7 at halftime, and St. Joe came out on their first drive of the second half and scored, but STM responded with a score of their own. But St. Joe put in another score. Austin Hedrick, his third run of the night, touchdown run of the night. He's got about 180 yards on the ground. Now STM looking to respond again, and they got great field position here. 1st and 10 at midfield. Jupe in the shotgun, fakes the give to Parker, gives it to the fullback, and he's got a lot of room to run. He's looking to the outside. He's at the 30, the 25, the 20, 15, 10, brought down at the 8-yard line. A 42-yard run by the fullback for STM. That's number 33. We've called his name tonight several times, mostly on defense, but that's Carson Kasbergen. And I think they might have caught the Spartan defense a little off guard on that play, as they were expecting him to give it to the freshman running back Parker, but they gave it to Kasbergen, and he broke free for 42 yards. And it's 1st and goal STM at the 8-yard line. Jupe brings him to the line of scrimmage. I formation again. Kasbergen and Parker. They give us to Parker this time, and he's going to fight forward and be brought down after a gain of maybe a yard. They're going to say no gain, so it's going to be 1st and goal. 2nd and goal, make that at the 8-yard line. 21-14, SJO leading STM here. And a big game as far as playoff positioning goes. Both these schools coming in with a 3-2 record. And you're getting to watch it live here on HSSPORTSLIVE.NET. As we approach 9 minutes to go in the ball game, Jupe in the shotgun, a high snap, but he's able to field it. Now he's looking for someplace to run, and he's brought down. Brought down by the Spartan D. And although he was able to field the high snap, it really cost him and didn't really give them a chance to put much of a play together. Ended up being basically a broken play. And what was a 1st and goal to go at the 8-yard line is now a 3rd and goal to go at the 15-yard line. So the Sabres now with 2 shots here to gain 15 yards to try to get this scoreboard knotted up at 21, as it's 21-14, St. Joseph-Ogden right now. As we approach 8 minutes left to go here in this ball game, Jupe in the shotgun. Single back this time is Kasbergen with him back there. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. He's got him open, and it's going to be caught. Touchdown for the Sabres. A 15-yard touchdown reception by number 3, Cameron Diedrich. Cameron Diedrich, the 6', 190-pound tight end, got open on the out pattern towards the far side of the end zone. A very well-run pattern and a nicely thrown ball by Storm Jupe, a 15-yard touchdown pass. And now Dennis Freeman in to kick his 3rd extra point of the game. If it goes through, we are tied. And it is good. We are tied yet again. The 3rd tie of the night, as it is 21-21 with 8 minutes and 11 seconds left to go. As this is just basically a night so far of punch and counter punch, as it's been a score for the Spartans, followed by a score for STM, and that's happened 3 times now, as we had a 7-7 tie, a 14-14 tie, and now with 8:11 showing here on the clock, we are tied at 21, as STM finishes off that drive with a 15-yard touchdown pass from Storm Jupe to the tight end Cameron Diedrich. So stay with us here on HSSPORTSLIVE.NET. If you have any comments or any feedback, or if you'd like to be an advertiser here, just email us at hsssportslive@yahoo.com. I am Chris Foster. Filming here in the 4th quarter is Rob Woods. We appreciate any feedback. We also have a page on Facebook, and we are on Twitter as well. Appreciate any feedback. We appreciate if you would like us or follow us on Twitter. Please spread the word about us, HSSPORTSLIVE.NET. This is our 6th broadcast of the season. Looking to wrap up the football season here in the next month or so, and then move on into the basketball season here in Central Illinois. And here's the kick by Freeman, a high spinning kick, and it's caught at the 2-yard line by SJO, and he's looking to return it. And he's going to be brought down at the 12-yard line. Good coverage yet again by the Sabre special team unit, as that was number 1, Jake Stewart, on the return. So 1st and 10 for the Spartans at the 12-yard line with 8:03 showing on the clock. Tied at 21. We are in the 4th quarter, so we've got 8:03 left in the ball game. Hope you're enjoying our broadcast here on HSSPORTSLIVE.NET. And I would be surprised here if St. Joe doesn't go to their man Hedrick. And he's got a little bit of room and plows forward for about 3 or 4 yards. He's approaching the 200-yard mark on the night. So 4 more for Hedrick. He's got 185 and 3 scores by my calculation. 2nd down and 6, 7.5 on the clock now. The give to Hedrick again up the middle, and he breaks through the line of scrimmage and gets about 8 more. As that drive started at the 17, and they're going to mark it at the 26. So 9 more yards for Hedrick. First down and 10 for St. Joe now at the 26-yard line, tied at 21. 7 minutes, 15 seconds showing on the game clock here at Henneman Field here at Champaign St. Thomas More High School. They give us to Hedrick again. Nowhere for him to go. He tries to spin it back, but nowhere to go. And that's going to be no gain or a loss of a yard. Looks like he got to the 25, so it's going to be the loss of a yard for Hedrick. 2nd down and 11 upcoming here for the Spartans. St. Joe coming to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback Dalton Walsh. We have the I formation. 1 receiver to each side. He's looking to throw there, and he's looking for number 9 as he's been throwing it to him. Hunter Hart, and he's swung down. We'll see where they give him with the forward momentum. He hit Hart with 2 receptions on the last drive, a 23-yarder and a 26-yarder, but this one just a gain of 2 yards. And that'll make it 3rd down and 9 for St. Joe. The crowd on their feet here at STM. Homecoming night. Huge 3rd down upcoming for the Spartans. 3rd down and 9. 5:50 showing on the clock here in the 4th quarter. We're tied at 21. Spartan quarterback Dalton Walsh under center. He fakes the give to Hedrick. Now looking to throw. Now he's looking to scramble. He's going to be swung down, and he's sacked by number 10 of St. Thomas More. That is Joshua Stringer. With the huge sack by the Sabres. So the 3rd down and 9 turns to a 4th down and about 18 as a loss of 9 yards on the sack by Joshua Stringer. A huge play by the Sabre D. And now SJO lining up to punt. And he gets it off. A nice looking punt. Spiraling punt, hits at the 35 and goes out of bounds at the 33-yard line. A very nice punt by the Spartans as he was standing by his end zone. And that's going to be a punt of 50-yard punt there by SJO. Well done there by the Spartan punter. STM was looking to line up with good field position here, but a great punt sets him back. And now the STM offense comes out on the field. They'll start this drive 1st and 10 at the 33. We are tied at 21 with 4 minutes and 54 seconds on the game clock here. Storm Droop under center. And he's going to fake to Parker. He's looking to throw. He's getting pressure, but he's got a man open, and it is caught. That's caught by the tight end, Cameron Diedrich. Diedrich's the one who caught the 15-yard touchdown pass moments ago, and that is an 11-yard reception and a 1st down for STM at the 44-yard line. So 2 catches for 26 yards here by Diedrich. Here just in the last few sequences. 1st and 10 for STM. Ball at the 44-yard line. Jupe in the shotgun this time. No Parker. We've got the fullback back there this time. Jupe looking to throw. He's looking for number 5. He's wide open, and he cannot come up with the ball. He was sprinting across the middle of the field. Number 5, Sean Sullivan, who had a huge catch earlier tonight. Sprinting across the middle of the field, but there was some contact and a late recovery by a Spartan defender that just was able to make him not come up with the reception. We do have a flag down as well. We'll see what the penalty is. If it's a holding penalty on STM, that'll set them back 10 yards. That'd be a huge call right here as STM had completed a big pass play to start this drive, and it is going to be holding. So it's going to be 1st and 20 now for STM. 4:19 shows on the game clock here. We are in the 4th quarter. Again, we are tied at 21. A back and forth contest here. As we've had 7-7, 14-14, and now 21 all ties. 3 ties, back and forth scores. And it's 1st and 20. Jupe's going to be in the shotgun. 2 receivers to each side of the field. He's got the freshman Parker back in the backfield with him. Ball marked back at the 31-yard line. Jupe again in the shotgun. He receives a snap. He's looking to throw. He's going to throw it to the outside, and it's caught by Dietrich again. And he breaks a few tackles. As SGO looked like they would have had him wrapped up, but he was able to stay in bounds. But they are going to say he stepped out at the 43-yard line. So he picked up about 10 yards. So they basically picked up the penalty yardage there. 2nd down and 10 for STM now. Jupe in the shotgun. Looking to throw again. He's been looking for Dietrich a lot here lately. Nowhere to go. Now there's going to be a flag on the play, probably a hold by STM, and Jupe just throws it into the ground. As St. Joe was getting pressure, that was number 60, Jordan Hartman, providing pressure for the Spartans. And it looks like he was the one who forced them to throw the flag there on the Sabres. And it's going to be another holding penalty by STM. It's going to set them back another 10 yards. And it is. So now it's going to be a 2nd down and 20 for STM. Our clock now shows 4:04. If you're just joining us here, we are tied at 21 here at Henneman Field. Thank you for tuning in live here on HSSPORTSLIVE.NET. I am Chris Foster, my cameraman. With me tonight is Rob Woods. 4:04 on the clock, tied at 21 in this Sangamon Valley tilt. St. Thomas More trying to put something together here. It's going to be 2nd down and 28 as they mark the penalty back. They give it to Parker. He's only able to get through for about 2 yards. I have Parker down for 78 yards on the ground tonight and 2 scores. The 3rd score came on a 15-yard touchdown pass between Cameron Dietrich and Storm Jupe, the Sabre quarterback. For the Spartans, Austin Hedrick, their running back, has 193 on the ground and 3 scores. And we've got 3:28 and ticking on the clock. 3rd down and 24. SGO defense looking to get off the field here and give their offense a chance to win this ball game. Jupe looking to throw. He's looking for Hedrick on the outside. He makes the catch and plows forward and brought down short of midfield, about the 48. But we have another flag in the backfield of the Sabres. Could we have yet another holding penalty here by STM? I'll have to wait for the official signal. As Jupe and Dietrich have found a nice connection here in the 4th quarter. He didn't have any receptions until recently, and then they've been teaming up quite a bit here in this 4th quarter. But a couple of them have been called back by penalties now. I have him 3 catches for 36 yards, but he's had 2 receptions on this drive that were called back by penalties, if indeed they do call this one back. But it is holding again on the Sabres. And they're going to mark it this time back to the 18-yard line. So the 3rd holding penalty on this possession for STM, as they keep going the wrong direction here, as they got the ball with about 4 minutes left, hoping to put a drive together to win this ball game, as we are tied at 21. But now they're way back in their own territory, and they have 3rd and forever here, as it's 3rd down and 37. Ball at the 23-yard line. Storm Jupe in the shotgun, looking to throw. SGO getting pressure, and he just throws it out of bounds. As Jupe was looking for Dietrich there on the outside, but unable to find him. Slow to get up was Jupe. 3:05 on the clock, and we're still tied at 21. And SJO will be getting the ball back here with an opportunity to win this ball game. So in punt formation for the Sabres, Storm Jupe is back deep. There's the snap. Jupe able to field it. He gets it up in the air. SJO just trying to get out of the way. And it's going to be downed at the 47. So great field position. And with exactly 3 minutes showing on the clock here at Champaign St. Thomas More High School, we are tied at 21. And the guest Spartans have an opportunity here to put a drive together and win this ball game. We'll see what they do here as Dalton Walsh walks into the huddle. I'm sure you're going to see a heavy dose of Austin Hedrick, as he's been the man tonight for St. Joe, nearly 200 yards on the ground and 3 scores. There's the give to Hedrick, 45, across the 40, but a flag flies. And now we'll see if St. Joe picked up a holding penalty this time, as Hedrick was looked to pick up about 7 or 8 yards. It is a holding penalty. I guess against the Spartans, and that'll make them 1st and 20 now, as we've had 4 holds now in about the last 6 or 7 plays, as STM had 3 of them, and now SJO picks up one on their 1st down carry after being set up with great field position. So neither team being able to go the right direction here so far. So here we go, 1st down and 20. Ball at the 43-yard line. And there's the give to Hedrick. He's looking for some room, and he's found it, and he plows forward and picks up the penalty yardage and more. So he picks up about 12 more yards. And by my account, that puts Austin Hedrick over the 200-yard mark for the night. As I have him at 2:06 now. 2nd down and 7 for SJO. 2 minutes on the clock, and he's sacked. A huge sack by STM. That's the fullback that had the huge run earlier for STM. That's Kasbergen, who had the huge 42-yard run that set up their 3rd touchdown. And a timeout by the Spartans. 2 minutes, 1 second showing on the clock. We are tied at 21 between STM and SJO. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on HSSPORTSLIVE.NET. Welcome back here to Champaign St. Thomas More High School. 2 minutes left to go in this ball game. The give is to Austin Hedrick. He's got room to run, and he may go. He breaks a tackle and falls down at the 30-yard line. A huge run by Austin Hedrick on a 3rd down and 13 after STM had picked up a huge sack, but Hedrick with a huge carry as they were about at midfield, and they're going to mark the ball. See where they mark it. They mark it at the 29. So a 21-yard run by Hedrick on a 3rd and 13. And St. Joe's back in business here with minute 52 on the clock. They give us to Hedrick. He's at the 30, the 25, the 20, the 15. Tries to cut to the inside, and he's brought down at the 10. Brought down at the 10. So 21 yards, followed by 19 yards. So 40 yards on those two carries for Hedrick. And they are in business now. First down and 10, ball at the 11. Clock is ticking. We've got a minute and a half to go here. We are tied at 21. A very windy night, so if a field goal comes into play, it could be interesting. They give it to Hedrick again. He plows up the middle, and he's going to be brought down at about the 6.
Hedrick, the ball carrier.
They're going to give him actually about, looks like they give him maybe 2 yards on that carry. It's 2nd down and 8 now. They can get a first down at the 1-yard line. Under a minute now to play here in Champaign. St. Joe looking for the go-ahead score. They give it to Hedrick again. He's going to be met. The ball comes loose. Who got it? And STM recovers. A huge play by the STM defense as Austin Hedrick fumbles the ball at the 8-yard line. STM recovers and turns the Spartans away as they're looking to go in for the go-ahead score. But STM comes up with a huge play on defense. And now with 44.5 seconds showing on the game clock, STM's offense will come out on the field, and I'm pretty sure we'll just look for a knee here as we'll probably be going to overtime. Austin Hedrick has had a wonderful ball game for the Spartans. By my accounts, he's got nearly 250 yards on the ground. He's got 3 touchdowns. And unfortunately there, the ball was knocked loose, and STM came up with it just as St. Joe was looking to take the lead in this ball game. Jupe in the shotgun, and he's going to call a timeout. They call a timeout. So with 44.5 seconds left to go here in this ball game, it is 21-21 between STM and SJO, and this game has definitely lived up to its billing. 2 3-2 teams, and they're definitely evenly matched, at least as far as things go tonight. The story of the game for the Spartans has been Austin Hedrick. Their running back has racked up nearly 250 yards on the ground and 3 touchdowns, and nearly put the game away here for St. Joe as they were looking to go in for the go-ahead score. 2nd down to go at the 8-yard line. He found a little bit of room, but STM knocked the ball away and recovered the fumble. On the STM side, freshman Josh Parker, the 3rd leading rusher in the area, coming into this ball game. He's got 78 yards on the ground and 2 scores. And then a late touchdown pass between Diedrich and Storm Jupe, a 15-yard connection. Tied this game up at 21. As we've told you, it's been back and forth all night. Tied at 7, tied at 14, and now tied at 21. We'll see if STM tries to do anything here with the last 44 seconds. We are tied at 21 and ever so close to heading to overtime. Jupe is looking to throw, though, so they're going to try to do something. He's got a man open, and it's picked off by the Spartans. And he's brought down at the 12 or 13-yard line. An aggressive play call by STM, and Storm Jupe throws an interception to set SJO back up for another possible go-ahead score. So close to heading to overtime, and we still very much could head to overtime. STM decides to not be conservative, and Storm Jupe throws an interception. And now SJO has the ball 1st and 10 at the Sabre 14-yard line. And Austin Hedrick, I'm sure, is looking to make up for that fumble that he just lost, and he's got another chance here. They give it to Hedrick. He's at the 15. 14 gets it to the 10, and he's brought down about the 8. And it's going to be a timeout by the Spartans with 26 seconds on the clock.
Timeout, charge to the Spartans.
26 seconds showing on our game clock here at Henneman Field. A Sangamon Valley matchup between STM and SJO. We are tied at 21 with 26 to go here in the fourth quarter. It's been a wild last few minutes as St. Joe got the ball back with a couple minutes remaining in the ball game and drove it all the way down to the 8-yard line where Austin Hedrick, who's got over 250 yards rushing on the evening, fumbled the ball, and it was recovered by Champaign St. Thomas More, and likely looked like we would possibly be heading to overtime in this ball game. But an aggressive play call by STM, they decided to throw it, and Storm Jupe threw an interception, and it was picked off by SJO. And now we sit here, 2nd down and 6, with the ball at the 8-yard line. 26 seconds showing on our clock. I think SJO may have one timeout left. I know they've used 2 for sure. I'm not sure if they've used 3. So that will definitely play a part here. As I said, it's a little breezy. So if a field goal comes into play, that should be interesting as well. 2nd down and 6. They give it to Hedrick again. He plows forward, and he's trying to get in. Did he get in? He did. He got in. A touchdown by Austin Hedrick from 8 yards out with 20 seconds on the clock. And SJO has taken the lead 27-21 in dramatic fashion. 8 more yards added to the total of Austin Hedrick. And his 4th touchdown run of the night. We do have a player down here at the goal line. It's a Spartan, but he looks like he's going to be okay. They're helping him up now. That's number 56 there for SJO. That's Dylan Koss being helped off the field. So St. Joe has taken the lead here, 27-21, 20.3 seconds showing on our clock. A dramatic turn of events here in the last minute. An SJO fumble followed by a Storm Jupe interception set up the Austin Hedrick touchdown run. And here's the extra point. It is up, and it is good. No, it is no good. I apologize. It is no good. So our score will remain 27-21, but STM only has 20 seconds remaining on the clock. It's going to take a series of incredible events for STM to pull something out here. So 27-21 our score, 20.3 seconds showing on the clock, and SJO lining up to kick off after Austin Hedrick's 4th touchdown run of the night. And he's accounted for over 250 yards rushing on the ground. I'll go back again and say quite an aggressive play call there by STM. They had the opportunity to just try to run the clock out and head to overtime. But Coach Hennessy wanted to try to do something in the last 44 seconds, wanted to try to get that victory. And unfortunately for STM, Storm Jupe threw the interception, and SJO was able to convert the interception into a touchdown. So they're teeing the ball up here at the 40-yard line. STM does have the dangerous Josh Parker, the freshman running back we've been telling you about all night. He is back deep for the Sabres. As well as Mike Plecky. So Mike Plecky and Josh Parker back deep for the Sabres. I'm expecting possibly some type of squib kick here for the Spartans. We'll wait and see how this plays out. So here's the kick for SJO, and it is a squib kick. And it's going to be Parker who ends up with it. So they got the man that they wanted to get the ball, but he's going to be brought down at the 27, 28-yard line. So 14 seconds showing on the clock. And that's what separates SJO from a dramatic victory and a 4-2 record here. STM 14 seconds away from falling to 3-3 on the season. As Storm Jupe comes out, the ball's marked at the 29. Obviously STM looking to throw here. Now looks like there is a timeout called by SJO. We're going to take a quick 30-second break here on HSSPORTSLIVE.NET, and we'll be right back to wrap up this ball game. All right, we're back here to wrap up this ball game. We got 14 seconds on the clock. St. Joseph-Ogden leading St. Thomas More 27-21. STM looking for something dramatic to happen here in the last 14 seconds. Jupe back to pass. He's looking deep down the field, and it's going to be picked off by St. Joe, and this ball game is over as number 10 for SJO comes up with the pick. That is Jake Pence on the interception, and as 6 seconds show on the clock, that's going to be it here. 27-21 our score. St. Joe is going to pull out a dramatic victory here at Champaign St. Thomas More and up their record to 4-2. STM will fall to 3-3. It's just going to be a quick down of the football here by Dylan Walsh. It's down and this game is over. The clock is going to hit 0, and that is going to be our ball game. And a very exciting ball game here as St. Joe defeats STM 27-21. A disappointed group of Sabres here on homecoming night looking to win a dramatic ball game here and go to 4-2, but unfortunately for them, it didn't go their way in the last couple minutes. And St. Joe pulls this one out, 27-21. We'll be back in 30 seconds to wrap up this ball game. We are back here on HSSPORTSLIVE.NET. I am Chris Foster. I'd like to thank Rob Woods again for running the camera here in the fourth quarter tonight. A dramatic victory for the St. Joseph-Ogden Spartans as they defeat Champaign St. Thomas More 27-21 in this exciting ball game. A back and forth ball game found 3 ties, a 7-7, 14-14, and a 21 all tie. St. Joseph-Ogden was going in for the go-ahead score with about 44 seconds left to go in the ball game, but Austin Hedrick, who had a whale of a game, he put up over 250 yards rushing and had all 4 touchdowns for the Spartans, but he fumbled the ball at the 8-yard line, and STM was able to recover it with about 40 seconds left to go, and it looked like we were going to head to overtime, but STM was wanting to be aggressive in those last 44 seconds, and a Storm Jupe interception by SJO as they intercepted it at the 14-yard line set up Austin Hedrick as he had 3 carries on those 14 yards. He got into the end zone, and that made it 27-21, our final score. St. Joe moves to 4-2 on the season, putting them in very good playoff position. STM falls to 3-3, meaning they need to win at least 2 of their last 3 games to even get into playoff position, to even qualify to be playoff eligible. So it's going to be a tougher road now for the Sabres since they've fallen to 3-3. A great ball game here on HSSPORTSLIVE.NET. Again, I am Chris Foster. I hope you enjoyed watching our broadcast tonight. If you have any feedback or if you'd like to advertise with us, please email us at hssportslive@yahoo.com. Next week, we will be back in Tolono for Tolono Unity versus Monticello, a Okaw Valley matchup, and that's what this game that you just saw tonight will actually be next year, as both of these teams will be moving to the Okaw Valley. But a great ball game between two rivals. It definitely lived up to its billing, a very exciting matchup. Again, St. Joe pulls out the victory 27-21. Thanks for tuning in here on HSSPORTSLIVE.NET. We'll see you next week.